This is lesson number 2. It's on modes. Mode, when you think of mode, you could basically think mood, because mood and mode kind of mean the same thing. You have to have more than one note to have a mode, basically. You can't have a mode with just one note. The mode is determined by what chord is played over what scale. So far we've only used the white keys and C major, diatonically and vertically. So that's what we're going to continue to stay in for a while, till we get the mode thing going. I'm going to show you things called vamps that you record like this. I'll go ahead and record actually, and what you will do, you will record these vamps, that's what they're called, and you will play them back and improvise inside those scales, the vertical and horizontal ones. Remember those? And that would be a vamp, and what you would do over it, you would use the patterns I showed last videotape, which there's 7 of them, and that's your major scale patterns. If you know them starting and stopping from the root, then you can know your modes by that, and you'll know what mode you're in, and you'll know what key you're in. You'll be able to transpose real easily if you know where the root is. That's why it's important to know from the root. And memorize this. Major, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, mixo-lydian, Aeolian, Locrian, in that order. And that's starting from Do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Major mode, Dorian mode, Phrygian mode, Lydian mode, mixo-lydian mode, Aeolian mode, Locrian mode, and then back to major. Now, we're going to have vamps for each one. The one I showed you already and that we recorded and played over is the one in A minor, which will be Aeolian. That's the first one. Aeolian is the first one. Let's do another. And I'll explain what a pitch axis is too. Let's see. Which on another mode, same key, all white keys. We're just using the white keys so far. All C major, those 7 patterns and the ones up and down the strings. That would be Phrygian. That's the Phrygian one. Different mode, a different mood. It's got a, sort of a Spanish style. Now is Phrygian mode. So there's two. We've got two modes to record. Okay, moving right along. Dorian, I'm not showing them to you in order, by the way. Okay, you know, because I'm showing them to you differently, according to the funner ones and the ones that are more distinguished sound. Next one would be this chord here was a D minor 7. And then you're going to add this note. Like that. That's going to be the Dorian progression for same key of C major, which are all in C major. These are all the modes of C major. Except you'll record it longer, you know. Record them like 5 minutes each. That way you can go back and just practice in one position for a little while, just soloing, you know, in one position, and then just practice on one string even, you know, and then hook them all together and diatonically in different ways. And this one here has got sort of a southwestern feel to it. It works well with pentatonics because the pentatonic fits right inside it, which D would be there. So you could use this D pentatonic right here. Just a regular D pentatonic along with the D Dorian, the mode. Anyway, you can mix pentatonics with that one, and it's kind of cool. It's got kind of a Santana-ish, Doors-ish kind of feel to it. Ray Manzarek died this morning, so you know, he had some really nice, you know, good Dorian type chords and stuff, man. You know. Real distinguished tone, you know. That would be your Dorian mode. Okay, let me think. Mixo-lydian, that's a good one. You know, The Cult, Jane's Addiction, Smashing Pumpkins, AC/DC, even back in the days, Mixo-lydian. You know, it's, let me see, Third Song from the Sun is in Mixo-lydian, like, it would be like a... And it's not in C major, but it would be that kind of sound. That's your Mixo-lydian, you know, like... like that would be a good progression for a mixo-lydian to kind of get the feel of the way it sounds. Summertime kind of feeling. You would record it longer, of course, and then play back over it. Use the same C major scale, except you're basing it around the G, which is mixo-lydian. Mixo-lydian. Sorry, that's my bad. I'm gonna start that over. It's got kind of a, just laid back kind of thing going on. Happy mode, happier mode. Let me see, and then we have a major. A lot of classical music is in major mode. I'm going to start with it. I'm going to go with the major. I didn't start with it, but there's a lot of music that's in major. Polkas, just there's a lot of music in that's your country music, rock and roll. What I was doing was just spinning the fourth there. And that would be major, it's pretty popular. Next mode, moving along. Lydian's a fun one. It's like a minor with an F sharp in the bass, or F sharp major 7th. And that would be a chord progression to play Lydian. one. And what am I forgetting? The last one was Locrian. I didn't do them in order, but I'll show them to you again in a minute in order. Just be a little ditty you can do, or a little vamp you can do for Locrian. It's up to the diminished ones. You're going to be able to run scales diatonically, you know, like re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. In every position. You'll be able to do that. It's not as hard as it sounds. Locrian's kind of fun. Anyway, it's kind of a fun one. It's the diminished one. So there you have it. You have the major one. You have the Dorian. You have the Phrygian. You have the Lydian. You have the Aeolian. That one. And you have the Locrian. And that's all your 7 modes. I would record them all, 5 minutes apiece, and practice in those 7 patterns. Again, there's the number 7 that comes up. The number 12 comes up a lot too. And the number 9 and the number 3 will come up too when we start going through augmented stuff and diminished. They repeat, and they're perfect when you look at them in a circle. Sacred geometry. When you look at them in a circle, they all match up. How can they, man? How can they, man?